Welcome back to Wiseman Company, everybody. Today we're talking about the TA44 with ACSS Reticle. This is a collaboration between Trijicon and Primary Arms, and this is probably the only ACOG I would ever buy or recommend to anyone else. Let's get into the specs first. Alright, specs on this, let's get it out of the way. It is 4 inches long. It is just over 5 ounces in weight without a mount. It has 1.5x magnification. It uses a fiber optic and tritium as its power source to illuminate the reticle. No batteries required. And the price point on this little fella is right at $900, and then probably $60 for a mount to go with it. Midwest Industries makes a mount. That's what's on it right now, and so does American Defense. Both great mounts in my opinion. Alright, I said earlier on that this is the only ACOG that I would ever buy or recommend. That's a bold statement, right? And don't get me wrong, ACOGs are great. They work, they're bomb-proof, they're definitely proven, but I think there's some better options out there for the most part. This ACOG, this TA44, is a little different though. First, I'm going to start out with what I don't like about it, and then we'll get into what I do like about it. What I don't like, field of view right off the bat is very small. I knew that going into this optic. It's not going to be a grandiose EOTech size field of view. You're looking through a tiny tube that has 1.5x magnification. So that's just something I'm going to have to deal with. Secondly, the fiber optic on top works almost too good. You've heard of this before, I'm sure, but in ACOGs with this fiber optic on top, it draws in a ton of light during the day, and it really plumes that reticle, so it's hard to pick up any detail on it when you're aiming at something at distance. Now you can use the electrical tape trick where you just stick a little electrical tape over the fiber optic to dim it a little bit. Works wonders. I don't want to have to do that with a $900 optic, but in this case, that's what's going to fix that issue. Back to the fiber optic, I would have chosen red if I had to do this over again. Green is easier on the eyes, the human eye, but what I found when I was aiming at stuff at distance that had a green background, I really just lost the reticle altogether. It was hard to pick it up. Kind of just washed out. Red, it contrasts most everything in natural environments. So if I had to do it again, I'd go with the red. I feel like it would just be easier to pick up and make shots with. And finally, on the negatives, the price point is a little hard to choke down. But you know, with the Trijicon name and Primary Arms name, that you're going to get something good with your high dollar investment. It's not money just washed down the tube. It's a larger investment up front, but you know these things are going to run forever. Alright, let's get into what I like about the TA44 with ACSS Reticle. Off the bat, eye relief. ACOGs are notorious for having very poor eye relief. Typically you have to have your nose up on the charging handle and the ACOG pushed the whole way back to the rear, taking out your rear sight or making you move your rear sight in front of it. This ACOG has a eye relief of 2.4 inches. That's what its advertised eye relief is. I'm going to say it's a little bit more generous than that. I'm going to go just under 4 inches for the eye relief. Now, this optic is magnified. It has 1.5x of magnification, and a lot of you are going to be like, well, that's really not doing anything for you. And I disagree a little bit. The 1.5x I really like. It doesn't hinder your up-close shots. It's not too much magnification when you're making shots up close. The semicircle of a reticle inside of this tube just allows you to make really fast, quick, up-close shots. But when I was out to 200 to 300 yards, the 1.5x did help me. It gave me a little bit more detail. I could tell there was some magnification in this optic. I feel like it was just enough to get the job done. This optic is small, and I think that's an advantage. I'm always trying to get things more compact, and this ACOG does it. It's not really heavy. It's just over 5 ounces. It's only 4 inches long. It's a small optic. It's a little bit longer, bigger than an Aimpoint T1, T2. It's not your typical big ACOG 4X. It's small, lightweight, and minimalist. And that's what I'm typically trying to do when I build ARs. I don't want everything hanging off of it. I'm trying to get it as versatile as possible with as light a weight as possible, small profile as possible. And this definitely fits the bill. And finally, probably the most important part of this little TA44 is the ACSS Reticle. This reticle gives this optic so much capability. You have bullet drop compensation out to 500 yards, and you have the ability to range estimate as well, which makes the optic extremely versatile. You can get a lot done with this little thing. You can get your up close work done with your semicircle inside of it, and you can stretch out as well. Now, granted, I've only taken it between 200 and 300 yards, but I will get it out to 500 yards, and I'll keep you guys up to date. But if you don't want to take my word for it, there are a ton of other reviews out there on this specific reticle, and people have had no issue taking their AR out to 500 yards with the bullet drop compensation inside of here. Alright guys, so that's what I think about the TA44 thus far. I'm really happy with it. I'm glad I made the investment. I did pick this up from Primary Arms online, from their website, and great customer service as always. They do a phenomenal job over there. Shipping was very quick. I think I got it like in less than 2 days or something like that. It was awesome. I like it. I'll keep you guys up to date. If you guys like this video, please hit that like button, share it with your buddies. Please go check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Got a ton of great content going on over there, and you'll see more of this TA44 in action. If you want to support Wiseman Company, go to wisemancompany.com. Got a lot of great gear over there for you guys to pick up, to use every day, and we appreciate every bit of support. Guys, thank you for watching this video. We'll see you on the next one.